And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age Struggle for Freedom. This is now part 10 of this playthrough. So, now we got Basch well equipped, sword and shield and all. It's time that we actually get out of the Barium Passage once and for all. Thankfully, this next section of the passage is incredibly short. So, you know, same rules apply here. You still have to kill at least a couple more barium mimics to keep the lights on. I don't think you would need it to open up any more gates. At least I didn't think so. No, you wouldn't need it to open up any more gates. It's just a matter of how often do you want undead to spawn at this point. Which, in actuality, if you're willing to go out of your way, if you want the undead to keep spawning, sure, they're a bit tough, but if you can farm up on bone fragments, you can make quite a bit of money coming out of the dungeon. And as you can see here, Basch is a lot more useful now because he has actually sort of can freaking attack. So farming here actually is a lot more encouraged at this part of the game than in the previous section where he was just bare-fisted. I don't know if in this patch the ability Brawler gives bare hand damage a lot more oomph. So I remember in the regular version that didn't really mean much in the grand scheme of things, only because your end game weapons are the ones that you should be using anyways. So Brawler just didn't really matter as much. At least I didn't think it mattered as much. I don't know. I mean, I might show it off because I know that Vaughn has Brawler in his license board. Maybe I'll show it off at some point. See what it looks like. Yeah, you'll be seeing those skeletons in the early part of the Lushu mines later on. You'll be a little bit better equipped, so you won't have to deal with them half the time. But in the Lushu mines, it's something I may show off later at some point. If you do want to grind for them, there's the train tracks you go to. There's a loop you can take over and over in the same room, and if you do that, they can just keep respawning. Thus creating a chain, which I know is like a trophy in the PS4 or an achievement here on Steam. So if you want, that I think is like your earliest opportunity to go over like 100 chain, which I know is not that hard to do, but it does require a lot of resources to do it. Like basically a max amount of potions that you can carry, you know, hopefully your cure spell is strong enough, those kind of things. Of course, I prioritize over the battery mimic because I want to keep the lights on as bright as possible here. Thankfully, my other characters follow suit, but they're also dealing with another enemy back there, as you can see. So I guess a little divide and conquer, I suppose. Let's see, I don't believe the tiny mimics really do anything. Anything to particularly worried about. Not to my knowledge anyways. We will be revisiting Barium Passages later on where we get the Barium Key side quest. That allows you to access entry again in the passage, but you can also But I think there was a gate earlier in the dungeon that was sealed off, and that will allow you to access the other side of the passage, which does contain much stronger monsters for you to fight. And we're not going to access that for quite a while. There's actually a number of side quests that I know we can do. I'll try to show them off as best I can. I know there's a side quest involving the airships, where you can travel from, let's say, Ramanastur to Nalvana. I'll be showing that off later once I get all the cities unlocked. And of course, I'm going to be doing all the hunts in this game. So yes, I will be taking on, what was that final boss's, what was that extra final boss name? Oh, excuse me, I was just running in circles. Yeah, I'm doing that because Basch is immobilized at the moment, and I'm trying to help Fran recover some of her, SP back. Yasmat. Yeah, that's his name, Yasmat. He's the optional. He's one of the 3 optional super. I think 1 or 2 or 3 optional super bosses you can fight in this game. No, it was 3. It was 3. But he's like the hardest hunt to go after. This guy has, I think, I want to say around 54 million HP. Let me just double check. I'm just gonna double check right now, actually. Okay, so I'm not sure if it got changed in this patch or not, but I know that Yasma has approximately, and I do quote, 50,112,254 hit points. And obviously he's gonna take a long time for him to be taken down. So obviously, that will be a whole part in and of itself. So I don't think I'll be able to. That might have to be a separate part video. I would imagine. The other 2 optional super bosses are the Hellworm, which has I think 1 million HP, something like that, and then there's Omega Mark 12, which is, in my opinion, the hardest super boss. While he has the lowest amount of HP, his attacks are like insane. I'll get into more of them as we actually go along. Well, as we get to the boss fights themselves, because I feel like if I repeat anything, it will feel a bit redundant. So I'm just pretty much re-equipping my guys a little bit, upgrading the license board and whatnot, especially in preparation for the boss, in case I need to get a little bit leveled up. Thankfully, though, I do have my quickenings ready, so I can always, I don't know why I use a potion for some reason. Maybe it's kind of like a pre-fight ritual here on my end. Well, I guess there you go. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why I did that, because the save crystal like right there. But I only wasted 4 potions. It wasn't like the the worst thing I could have done here. Besides, potions are like super cheap, like 60 JP, 60 gil. Okay, so now normally the Mimic Queen is weak to ice, but unfortunately, since you don't have the ice spell, you're gonna have to improvise with your physical attacks. Or if you grind like I did, you can use your quickenings right off the bat. I know, stuffy noses are a bitch. Yeah, these mimics right here, suck up all the electricity. So,
How about some of this?
right there, you want to make sure that you go for the quickening off the bat, and try to get as many hits in as you can.
Please. My regards.
Yeah, there was nothing for me to shuffle through, unfortunately. There is sometimes a chance where if you shuffle enough, you can activate like another quickening. I don't know if it applies to only just level 1 quickening, or you have to do it all the way to level 3 to get multiple more quickenings in there. I forget. But I did take out a good chunk of the Mimic Queen's HP, which is a good start. And according, if you want to kill these tiny batteries, you can. They do give you experience. It's supposed to give you some JP. So you could theoretically sneak in a little extra JP in there. Or LP, I should say, license point. License point, job point. It's the same difference, people. You can sneak in some more license points to, yeah, you can sneak in a few kills to get some extra license points. Again, coming out of the fight. And that is, I believe, Ground Shaker. Yeah, it is basically an earthquake. Not that threatening whatsoever. Nothing that your guy is going to be able to shrug off here. When he uses spawn, it's going to hatch a new tiny battery mimic. And these didn't actually have a lot of HP, I realized. 780? These are tough little critters. Yeah, my initial fear was that if the Mimic Queen was going to turn on all the light, I thought more undead was going to spawn, because I never got to a point where I was low on electricity, so I was really curious to see if there's going to be any more enemies spawning, but that doesn't seem to be the case at the moment. Although it would make the boss fight a lot more tiresome, knowing this to face even more enemies, and your attention gets diverted even further. But that doesn't matter at the end, because we just killed the Mimic Queen.
To think Dalmascan air could taste so sweet.
Where are we? The Estes Sand, by the look of it. Let's back to Rabanasta before we shrivel up. By your leave, Captain.
Yes, the hour of my return is already over late. The people may hate me, but that does not free me of my charge.
And just like that, we are back in the Estes Sand. This is basically the breather part of the game, at least for right now, because there are a number of enemies here you can just pretty much 1 or 2 shot really easily for some nice LP. Those Seeks right there, you can talk to one of them. They will mention that the boss is stuck, but he has a key. That'll be important. That'll be important for a side quest later. Yeah, so pretty much right here, you can just kill off any earlier enemies that you come across here. I believe they are scaled to be a bit tougher in this patch. Don't quote me on it though. But nothing too threatening right now. You can also come across some rare enemies too. I know I didn't come across one in the back of the sewer. There was supposed to be one back in the sewer, but that's like, but it doesn't always appear. But for example, we come to a rare enemy right here. This giant cockatrice right here. I'll get his name in just a moment here. It eludes me at the second. The neck bet. They can occasionally drop, or if you can get lucky, you can get a rainbow egg, which in that case, if you sell it, you get like I think some high potions, which is nice. But you'll be getting high points at a later point of the game. So potions for right now, at least at this point. The one thing about these rare enemies though, they're very, very hard to steal from. Quite hard to steal from, actually. But for the most part, yeah, I only got a small feather out of that. Great. But for the most part, though, you could just whack away at them. They're not that tough. Oh, here's an alpha wolf here. What is that doing here? Thought alpha wolves were supposed to be in the Giza Plains, but no, I guess I can roam anywhere they like. This is just me roaming around in the extra sand a little bit. Not too much for me to go on about it here. Although, at a later point in the game, there is a hunt clan you can join that'll have you go after these one-time enemies that if you kill them, they can never appear again because you will get their trophies. I'll be showing off that minigame too, and I'll go more in depth about it as we get there. Of course, running around looking for any possible treasure is always a good thing too, because you might get some, you know, maybe a free potion if it's down somewhere, maybe some free money, who knows. In terms of experience grinding, you're not gonna get a lot of level ups in this part of the map because they just offer too little. But license point wise, you'd want to keep yourself at a relatively the same level that you're at, but would like to grab some more license points. I think that can also be pretty beneficial. Let's see, I think I'm heading towards the little, that small area where if you did get the passage key, oh yeah, you get the achievement Blood Dancer. Nice! I believe, yeah, you see that right there, that hallway there, that entrance right there. If you have the Barium Passage key, that's your way back in the Barium Passage. I'm only just showing off that little bit just to give you guys an idea on what you may have. Just giving you guys an idea where it is. Then again, you can always check on your map for it, so it's not that big of a deal. I believe after a little more squandering around and killing random enemies. Oh look, another alpha wolf. I finally get to the little village up there, where we're also going to be doing a number of side quests can be done over there. I will, and I'll talk about those when we get there. Oh, and that's just my Discord going off. Alright, fish scaled. I thought there was going to be treasure along the shoreline, but I guess not. Oh well. And yay, Basch leveled up. Oh yeah, one thing I'm gonna make note of though for the next video. There was a hunt I did accept a few videos ago, which is gonna be coming up in the next video. This is I might have mentioned this before, but I haven't. I'm gonna say it right now. Usually, if you get take on hunts are seemingly tougher than they look, it's always a good idea to bring a guest party member with you, so you can actually have an extra ally that can do damage for you, and you'll be a little bit more leveled up by then. This next one I'm gonna be doing in the next video will be one of them. I think it's a flowering cactoid here, which I'll be showing off, like I said, in the next video. And I'll show off the benefit of bringing a fourth party member with you, albeit be a guest party member, but I can actually help you out in the long run. Here, you can finally get the Blizzard spell. Thank God. And I'm just gonna start selling all my stuff here. See how much money I've made. I think I've made plenty of money here. Yes, I did. Yeah, bone fragments. They sell for a good, healthy chunk amount of change at this point of the game. But there will be much better loot for you to go after later on. And I think that about does it here. Next time we meet, like I said, we'll be going after Flowering Cactoid and advancing the plot. Until then, thanks for watching.